And DJX. So, what is the craziest encounter you've ever had with a wild animal? Maybe you haven't been swallowed by a whale like Adrian was.
Thank goodness.
Thank goodness.
I'm thanking the good Lord today for that.
Thank goodness the whale spit him out.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, so a long time ago, and I guess my grandma and I have similar stories because my grandma, a long time ago, urban legend was she's like 4'10", right?
Uh-huh.
And she chased a bear out of their backyard because they live in Oregon. And so, they're
that kind of stuff happens.
That kind of stuff happens there in the Pacific Northwest. And so she chased a bear out of their backyard using, like a little pot and a little wooden spoon, right? Banging it. And then when I was on a camping trip in New Mexico, same deal. Bear came into the campsite. We just made a lot of noise and scared the bear off. I mean, bears, that can be kind of crazy. Recently, living in St. Matthews, it's just possums that I deal with on a regular basis, and like
being attacked or anything.
I'm not being attacked or anything, but no,
okay.
it's like you come out and you catch. When I leave in the morning, it's super early, I'll catch an opossum and it's just sitting there and it kind of freezes and it like looks at me and it just pretends like.
They play dead, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yes.
Okay.
And so doesn't necessarily play dead for me, but just kind of freezes in place and is like, you can't see me. And I'm like, yeah, I just have to walk right around you, buddy. And
I'm a statue.
I'm a statue. I can't see you. So
that's great.
So what was your craziest encounter with a wild animal?
Dan says, I found myself suddenly trapped in a trailer with a raccoon, not even sure how the little guy got in there. At first, I thought it was a cat with a bushy tail and went about my business. But then I realized, nope, raccoon ended up shooing him out the sliding door via careful broom nudges.
All right. Not too bad. Too bad. Got one from Corey, said, mine isn't nearly as much fun, but our dog brought a possum into the house.
Oh!
Put it on my daughter's bed. Luckily, it played dead.
Oh, gosh!
Scooped it up into a Rubbermaid tote, put him back outside. There was quite a bit of screaming.
That's nope. That's a nope.
The dog's like, hey, look what I found.
I found you a new toy.
Look what I found. It's so great.
Isn't it great? It is great. It is great.
I have named him Keith.
Stephanie said there was a noise coming from a downspout at my house. I feared it was a snake.
Uh-huh.
But after a while, I unscrewed it, took the tube off the downspout at ground level. There was a cardinal's red tail feathers poking out. He didn't have room to turn around and exit, so I pulled him out by the tail and he flew away to a nearby tree.
Oh, wow.
A cardinal
bird.
rescue. Yeah.
So you know what? I have actually then kind of rescued a bird from the jaws of my cat.
Ooh.
My cat bringing a bird to me. Lays it down. The bird's laying there, and I'm like, whoa. And so I grab it, and then I realize the bird is still alive. So then I kind of like toss it into the air. You're free, and then
fly, be free.
Fly, be free.
Go find your family.
Deb said the time a bear cub snuck up on me about 20 feet away. You better believe I wanted to give that little cutie a hug.
He's a little teddy bear.
But I bet the mom wasn't far away and wouldn't want me giving snuggles to that little guy.
Smart thinking. That was smart thinking.
Oh,
because you can't really explain to Mama Bear, I'm just giving it a hug.
I just want to give him a hug.
Because it's so cuddly.
These are the crazy encounters with a wild animal you've had.
Kyle was on a solo camping trip in a remote part of a national park. First of all, why are we camping by ourselves?
All right.
Isn't that super dangerous? Like
wanting to prove something, maybe? I don't know.
Okay. On my second day there, I decided to hike up to a nearby waterfall I'd read about.
Uh-huh.
I stopped to have lunch, noticed movement out of the corner of my eye. I turned to see a young mountain lion.
Whoa.
Maybe a year old, creeping out from behind some bushes. My heart starts racing.
Yeah.
I knew I was in a potentially dangerous situation. But I remember reading that you're supposed to make yourself look bigger
Okay.
and make loud noises to scare them off. So I immediately stood up and started shouting and waving my arms. Instead of running away, the mountain lion sat down and just stared at me.
That mountain lion's sizing you up, buddy.
This is a show. I'm going to sit. I'm going to get some popcorn.
Yeah.
Eventually, another hiker came along and it ran away, but I'll never forget that moment.
Yeah, that mountain lion was just
when
like,
you realized you're
oh.
entertainment for the mountain
no,
lion.
the mountain lion just like, oh, what do we got here? All right.
And you're like, how long do I have to keep this up?
This guy is acting crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Paul said, my bro and I were hanging out in the woods once when we noticed a small black and white creature walking around near us. Uh-oh. We realized it was a skunk.
Oh, no.
Didn't want to spook it, so we just kind of stood around and hoped it would leave. Instead, the little dude walks right up to us and starts gnawing on my shoe. After a while, it just left. I was terrified it would spray us. Nope.
Okay.
Wow.
So just nibble. All right. Let it eat my
What
shoe.
was
Let it eat my shoe.
What was the skunk from Bambi? Was it Buttons? Flowers?
Oh, I think flowers.
Flowers.
And then wasn't there Pepe Le Pew
Pepe
in the
Le Pew?
cartoon world?
Yeah.
Pepe Le Pew.
All right. Last
Jenny.
Last one.
Jenny, I was reaching in to my chicken coop to check for eggs one evening.
Mm-hmm.
It's over my head, so I just stuck my hand in.
Yeah.
I brushed fur,
Oh.
almost fell off the stool, jerked my hand back so fast I looked and saw a raccoon staring at me like, dude, ask first.
The raccoon's like, hey, I was here. These are my eggs.
I know you.
These are my eggs. Get your hands off me. That's funny. Good stuff there. There's crazy encounters with a wild animal here
Yeah.
on 99.7 DJ.